Prime Minister Christopher Luxon has unveiled a new-look cabinet for 2025 in a surprise reshuffle announced this afternoon. Starting with Simeon Brown, who is now the Health Minister, a portfolio that's been stripped from Shane Reti, though Reti will remain in cabinet, responsible for science, statistics and universities. Chris Bishop has picked up Simeon Brown's transport portfolio, while Finance Minister Nicola Willis is now in charge of economic growth. Rising star James Meagher, as a first-term MP, has been promoted, taking on several new portfolios, including the brand new role of Minister for the South Island. Melissa Lee, meanwhile, has lost all of her portfolios and is no longer a minister. She was demoted from cabinet last year over her handling of turmoil in the media sector. Senior political correspondent Jenna Lynch has more.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Not so much New Year, New Me.
It's really about making sure we put growth as our number one job for this government.
But New Year, New Team for Christopher Luxon.
So that fresh focus also means refreshing my team.
His desired headline was economy, giving his finance minister a new job of economic growth.
I want everything this year focused on unleashing growth.
But the real story was in health.
I just want ruthless focus on execution in healthcare.
And a ruthless focus required a ruthless reshuffle. Dr. Shane Reti demoted.
Shane's a good friend of mine. He's an absolutely fantastic human being. This is a person who spent his Christmas holidays and summer actually doing vaccinations of people in the Pacific. So he is a top quality human being, period. But what is needed is actually focus and delivery in healthcare.
The man for that job is Simeon Brown.
As I said, it is the basics of, can I see my GP? Can I get through an emergency department? Can I access a first specialist? Can I get that elective surgery done? Can I get faster treatment with cancer treatments? And so, that's what they want us to do. And I just think Simeon Brown has a proven track record, as you've seen, in transport.
I'm not from the sector. I'm not a union organiser. I'm someone who is dedicated to ensuring that New Zealanders have access to timely, quality healthcare and making sure the system works for all New Zealanders.
The health system has been politically plagued for decades, but for National it was becoming overwhelming. Hospitals operating without doctors overnight, blown out budgets, frontline workers sounding the alarm about understaffing, long wait times, tens of thousands protesting a proposed scale back of the Dunedin hospital rebuild, and the bungled cancer drug policy driving a lack of confidence from the public.
These personnel changes don't cover up the fundamental issues in the health system, which are that the budget is insufficient to give New Zealanders the service that they deserve.
Christopher Luxon had expressed full confidence in Shane Reti in December. Do you have confidence in Shane Reti?
Yeah, I do. I think he's doing a really difficult job well.
Why have you lost confidence in him as Health Minister?
I haven't lost confidence in Shane Reti. He's going to do a great job on universities and the science sector, and that's a very important job for us. But what we need is the skills that Simeon Brown brings, which is delivery and execution.
Reti wasn't the only casualty. Melissa Lee removed completely as a minister to make way for fresh talent. Rising star James Meagher will become Minister of Hunting and Fishing, Youth and the South Island. Is making James Meagher the Minister for the South Island an acknowledgement that you have lost the mainland?
No, not at all. We've got a big focus on investment in the South Island, as you've seen. We've got
Where?
We've got two major roads of national significance.
National suffered a major New Year blow this week with a Curia poll showing they'd plunged 4 points to 29.4, trailing Labour, who jumped to 30.9%. With the poll result that low, are you worried that your caucus might try and reshuffle you?
No, we are focused on New Zealanders and making sure we deliver for them.
Shrugging off any suggestion that his reshuffle was a panicked poll response.
No.
Well, Jenna joins us now. And what's prompted this fairly drastic reshuffle?
Well, as you heard there, the Prime Minister will argue that it is not a response to poll results, but it was unexpected. In fact, the Prime Minister told us at the end of last year that he wasn't planning a New Year reshuffle and that he only really goes about these things when there is a problem or he sees someone struggling. Now, we've got a statement through from the outgoing Health Minister, Shane Reti, who outlined some of his achievements in the role. He thanked the staff who work in the health system. He also thanked the staff who work in his office. And he said that Christopher Luxon called him yesterday to outline his intentions. He says he respects the decision and will ensure a smooth transition to Minister Brown. It's interesting that he only heard from Christopher Luxon yesterday, because those rumours of Shane Reti's demise have been swirling since the end of last year. They intensified over the break, and I'm told that Christopher Luxon wasn't exactly quiet about his intentions with those outside the Wellington bubble in the lead up to the end of last year. The Prime Minister also laughing off suggestions there that there might be any disgruntlement in his caucus. A couple of things to note. Usually these reshuffles are held in the strictest confidence. It's pretty rare that details, major details at least, leak out ahead of time like happened with this one. And that poll result, while it's only one poll, dropping below 30 is wildly uncomfortable for a governing party. The National Party caucus is set to meet in Hamilton this week, where Christopher Luxon will likely get a gauge on whether or not he can take unity for granted heading into 2025.
Jenna Lynch with that analysis. Tēnā koe.